Hey guys, welcome to Abbie's Auras, or welcome back if you've been here before. Please make sure you're hitting that subscribe button and the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Hey guys, so this is a video all about what to do before manifesting a relationship or love or like a new partner. So I made a video about how to manifest love, and I thought it was really important for me to go over what to do before you do that in order to be to attract a healthier relationship. And I touched on a little bit in that video, but I thought this would be better to just go deeper into what to do before, so you don't have to clean up your mess later on. So basically I'll get straight into number one, raising your vibration. I did touch up on that on the other video, but basically raising your vibration will, whatever vibration you're on, you will attract a relationship at that vibration. So if you're working on yourself and raising your own vibration, you will have to attract someone at the same vibration as you. Therefore, if you raise your vibration and a more positive and healthier habits in your life, then you will then attract that in a reflection of a relationship. So look at what qualities you've got, and whatever you think you need to work on, whether it's being on time more, whether it's really like saying you're gonna do something and then not doing it. So have a look at what qualities that you have, and have a look at the good points and the bad points, and whatever you think you need to work on, then definitely work on that so you don't attract it in the relationship, or it's not going to affect your relationship in any way. And then also raising your vibration at the same time, it will basically just give you a head start. So what I like to look at it as, if so I'm constantly changing. Since I had a spiritual awakening, I have not stopped changing and growing, and my vibration has kept going higher and higher. And basically, if I was to get in a relationship a few years ago, I wouldn't have been able to stay in that relationship now, because I'm a different person. So I would have attracted a different person. So right now I'm lucky because everyone around me, like my partner, my family or whatever, they all understand, and that I'm just growing, and they're like on board with it too. And everyone else is like wanting to like kind of join in the journey and grow too. So I'm not kind of leaving anyone behind, but at the same time it's easier to do it before you get into a relationship, so you don't have to then kind of have a mismatch relationship. So if you're single, then this is like, don't see it as a negative because you want a relationship, see it as a positive. This is your chance to work on yourself, higher your vibration, and like embody the person you want to attract as well. Like buy yourself flowers, buy yourself gifts if you want that, or go out on meals. Like you don't always have to have someone else get you that stuff, you can get it yourself. Treat yourself, so doing things like this, like showing up on time for yourself, so other people around you have to show up on time, because that's what, if you expect it from yourself, everyone else should do the same. But if you can't even show up on time for yourself, then how is anyone else meant to be doing that? So working on all the areas of your life. Like think about, if you're going in a relationship, you're gonna embody that relationship. So basically your vibrations, everything you're giving off, is kind of going into this little machine, and then like projecting like your partner. So whatever's in here has kind of been mixed all up and then put into this person. So you don't necessarily have to be like completely the same, but they might start having the traits that you don't like in yourself. So definitely work on yourself in all areas of your life, not just how you respect like others. Obviously, like how you respect others really counts, so that's a really big one, but also how you respect yourself. So really look at that and make sure you've got it all in order before you start trying to manifest that relationship that you want. So higher in your vibration and you know, looking into what you could better in yourself to attract that in another relationship. Also, it's kind of the same thing but like in a different way. So knowing yourself and being your strong self. So what I mean by that is, like, at the minute it's all about you're single, you're in your prime time to work on yourself. And if you are whole within yourself, if you love yourself, you know where you stand, you're you know, you're doing amazing in like your career or job or whatever it is. You don't have to have the perfect life, I'm not saying that, but I just mean if you're so content in yourself, no one can, like, you're building that from the foundation of the relationship then. So if you're so strong in yourself, you know what you want, you know your worth, you wouldn't accept anything less, you basically will then attract that in a relationship. So they will also know what they want, they'll also be strong in their own worth. And if they're strong in their worth and they're strong in themselves, and they wouldn't accept anything less, they would never give you anything less either. So really building that relationship up with yourself and knowing that, like, say for instance with me right now, like I'm doing my own little career and enjoying it. I'm loving doing YouTube courses, but behind the scenes I'm investing a lot of my money and time into still growing. I'm doing course after course, you know, really invest in myself, because I know that investing in my own self is probably the best thing that I can do, because that then helps other people that I'm helping. But at the same time, it makes me feel amazing because I love learning new things, I love growing, and I love my business. So I know that if anything happened around me, whether it's my relationship, family or whatever, I know I'll be fine. I'm always going to be fine because I'm so confident in myself, and I know that my confidence in myself and my self-worth doesn't reflect what others see me as. So just to make sure I said that clear, like, if someone else thought badly of me or they didn't want me anymore, then I would feel completely fine knowing that it's not me. I know that you know, I know my own worth, but maybe they're just not in the right time, like, or maybe like maybe they don't want it anymore, and I hope them, like, you know, they do well. But I know that whatever anyone else that ever says to me, I had a comment made to me a few weeks ago about my looks, but it didn't faze me at all. Like, that Abbie a few years ago would have been like crying or like, I can't believe they think that of me. But now I'm like, yeah, that's fine, you do you, I do me, it's fine. Because whatever anyone else says to me, I know that I'm completely fine with, because I know that I am, like, the best that I can be. Well, the best that I can be right now. I'm still growing all the time, but at the same time, like, I'm never gonna put myself down. Like, I am a mother, have had 2 children, you know, I'm doing the best I can do. Or every time I have a job, I do the best that I can do with it. I'm like starting my career and things like that. I think that that's amazing, and it sounds like so big-headed, but I am, and I don't care who hears it, because I'm proud of myself. And when you're so strong in that place, no one can shake that. So when they make them comments to you, you're just like, yeah, sure, because, like, I know my own worth, and I know that that's just your insecurities, like, playing out of you, and that's fine. So yeah, if you build your strong like foundations, then you're going to attract someone like that, and then you've both got a strong foundation to build this new relationship off. So it's starting like real solid, and then it can only continue to grow like that. So the last one is basically so looking back at your past relationships and healing whatever went on in them, so you don't therefore bring your baggage onto this new relationship. Maybe you've got insecurities about when you're in a relationship because of how you've been treated. If you heal all of that, and if you like look back and be honest with yourself about all of that, fix all of that before you go into this new relationship, because otherwise you might manifest this perfect relationship, but you'll probably end up sabotaging it, because your subconscious, it might not even be intentionally sabotaging it, but you probably will do it because your subconscious is like kind of on autopilot of, no, this is what happens in a relationship. This is like, I need to stay in my comfort zone, my safety zone. So if you like, say if you've been cheated on, if you're in the past and you're maybe hurt about that, but then you feel like, yes, like woman power, and then you're feeling fine, you didn't heal it, but you're feeling good, you don't feel like you need to heal it, you've never looked back at that point, you just keep moving forward, you go into a new relationship, it's all good, but then when that honeymoon period wears off, you're kind of starting to feel like, oh, actually, like, does he still want to be with me? Like, is he cheating? Like, oh my god, why is his phone lighting up? Like, things like that. And I went to say silly things like that, but I don't want to say silly things like that because people do have a real insecurity about it. So whatever your insecurity is, it's not silly, it's just the way you're thinking because of a past experience. So own it. You are thinking that's completely fine. We can always change it, we can always heal and get stronger from that. Just use it as your power. You're like, you know what, it's even better for me now because I know what I need to heal. I'm going to heal it, and then it's never going to pop up again. So really look at in your past relationships what you didn't like, heal that before you get in a relationship, so then when you're in this relationship you don't have to deal with all these problems again. So basically it just makes it easier to clean up the mess before you're in the relationship. So when you're in the relationship, you don't have to deal with all this that you've manifested. It's like sometimes it's just easier to just go and like leave them and like heal yourself and then find someone new. But we're not gonna do that. We're gonna do it the better way. Don't realize when you're too far into it. We need to heal before relationships, and then basically it's just easier there like onwards. And I'm so grateful that I did so much healing. Like when I was learning to do healing, I am so thankful I did so much healing at that time. Otherwise I wouldn't have known, because if no one has ever told you, you kind of don't realize that you're subconsciously manifesting your future. So, and you think, I thought like, oh yeah, I'm fine, like I've done loads of healing, I don't need healing again. That's what I used to think. I used to be like, well, I've done healing, like how many times can you have Reiki? But really, you don't realize until things pop up and you're like, oh, I didn't heal that. Like what? I've had like so many Reiki sessions, how did that not get healed? But you really need to dig deep into every subject in your life and be like, what is there that needs healing? Heal it and then move forward. So breathe. I hope you like this video, and I hope you found value in it. If you found anything that was valuable in the video, give it a like, and also like tell me what you know, your kind of like aha moments in the comments, because when you see it, if you write it down, it kind of goes in subconsciously. But not also that, when you're commenting, the moments where you're like, oh, I didn't know that, or oh, now you've told me again, like I knew it but like it's just kind of sunk in, it will show other people to kind of be able to be vulnerable and express themselves too. Because You know, I've had some very terrible relationships, and I'm not even afraid to say it, because I manifested it. I had an unhealthy relationship in my life, and then from that point onwards I was just manifesting an unhealthy relationship. So I just didn't ever want to kind of have a relationship again, and I'm just glad that I found out all of this before I would have just never trusted it again. So I'm just being honest with you guys, so then you can kind of be honest with yourself, and then showing your honesty and vulnerability helps others. And basically, yeah, that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'll leave all the things in the description box that you could go check out, like my courses, the manifestation gift box. That they're so cool. They're such a good gift. Yeah, so I'll leave all them in the description box below, and I will see you guys tomorrow.